Welcome into Week 11, if you can believe it, of the Tyrone Shorter Show here on PowerCats TV. I'm your host, Robbie Donahoe. The Wildcats put up another shutout, back-to-back shutouts, as they defeated League Central last Friday 39-0 in a driving rainstorm. Welcome your head coach of the Wildcats, Tyrone Shorter. Coach, that was the kind of game we hoped that we were going to have. You had to play in all elements, and you had to be prepared for all elements, and the guys sure showed out last Friday.
They did. I'm proud of the kids, the way they came out and played. We didn't have a turnover. We didn't have a fumble. We didn't have a bad snap. And that's what it's going to take because you never know, in the month of November, you never know what the weather's going to be Friday to Friday. So I wanted to prepare these kids for anything, any type of weather. So I got what I wanted to see. You know, the guys came and played extremely good in the weather, offense and defense and special teams. So, you know, I'm awfully proud of them.
The win clinched a division championship, back-to-back division titles here at Louisville. So how do you keep this team hungry and focused that, you know, this game this week, while it may not mean much to the grand scheme of things, it's going to set the tone going into the postseason?
It is, even though, you know, a lot of people are asking me if I'm going to play the starters and different things like that because this game we already wrapped up the division. Yes, I'm going to play the starters because we want to stay sharp, you know. Hopefully we can take care of business and we don't have to play the whole game. But we're going to go in and we're going to continue to build on you know, our success and build on what we're trying to do. I want the kids to go into their first playoff game prepared and ready and being sharp. Like I told them yesterday at practice, we're going to treat this game Friday night like it's our first playoff game. You know, that's how we're going to treat it. So we need to iron out all the mistakes. We need to iron out all the mistakes and you know, just get everything ironed out for this Friday. So that's the reason why we're going to treat it like it's a playoff game.
I got a little bit ahead of myself looking ahead to this next week. I want to go back to this past week. The offense was great. The defense, obviously, back-to-back shutouts is fantastic. But this offense, the fact that, we heard it in your pregame speech that you want to be balanced, you want to be able to throw the ball in that game, and we'll talk to offensive coordinator Dillon Mitchell here momentarily, but the fact you were able to be balanced in that weather, what does it say about that offense?
It says a lot about it because we have the receivers. We have 4 or 5 receivers that I trust. You know, we can throw the ball to any one of them. We have a quarterback that I trust. We have a running game that I trust. Our offensive line, that's where it gets started at. And I told the guy, just because it's raining, we're going to throw the football. And we did. I think we was really, really balanced Friday night. I think we had 160-something yard passing. So, you know, you can't ask for anything better than that. And, you know, moving forward, going into the playoff, people got to prepare for 2 things. They got to prepare for a running game or a passing game. If they want to take away our run, stack the box, we're going to air it out on them. They want to sit back and too high, you know, we're going to run the football on them. So we're going to play the numbers game. We're going to, you know, it's whatever they want to give us, and then we can do the opposite. So, you know, I love where we are, you know, going into these playoffs.
Normally this is the time of the show where we welcome in our players of the week, but I guess it's coordinator of the week this week, I guess you could say it. Our offensive coordinator, Dillon Mitchell, who called a fantastic game last time out and our victory over League Central. Coach, how difficult is it to play a game like that where you know it's going to rain and you still have to make sure that you keep that offense balanced in that game?
I was scared to death going into it, honestly. You know, anytime that you've got 3 inches of rain that comes in before a Friday night, you just never know how the kids are going to respond. And I thought we did a very good job of that, and I couldn't be prouder of how we handled the adversity, and just an all-around great job.
Coming into this year being your first year and having this offense at your disposal, how excited were you just coming in off the bat when you have Dre, Mike, Nyselbian, Kiddo, David in that offensive line?
All right, you know, when I first got the job, I spent a lot of time just evaluating last year's team and the people that were coming back. And when you have guys that are coming back that are that talented, it's just it's very exciting, you know, and it's a blessing, you know, to be at a place like this where you're going to have players of that caliber every year, you know, and they make my job a lot easier.
We've seen this offense really grow from the first week of the year. How have you as a coach grown? Because I know we've all learned from that first week in that loss against Knoxville. How have you grown as a coach from that game all the way up to now, week 11?
Right. It's just about figuring out what our kids can do and what they're good at, and just continually trying to figure out ways to tweak what we're doing. It may not necessarily be different, but to dress it up a different way, and just to try to keep people off balance. But like I say, when you have talented kids, they make up for a lot of our shortcomings as coaches. And I'll be the first to tell you that it's mostly them making plays. I'll never try to take more credit than I deserve, because it's those kids.
I know you'll give a lot of credit to Coach Salas, Coach Marshall, and Coach Miller, your entire offensive staff. But just seeing how far this team has come from that first week, where it seemed like everyone was still figuring each other out. But to see where this team is at now, especially this offense, just as a coach, what does it do to you to see how far this team has really come?
It's everything. That's what I love as a coach, is watching kids grow and develop, and to see them really buy into what we're trying to get them to do, and to figure out how to practice as the year's gone. It's what it's all about, is to continually put pieces together and ultimately put a ring on our finger. So,
still got a couple plays under your sleeve we haven't seen yet?
We'll see.
Maybe not.
We'll see.
I like it. That's all I wanted to hear. Dillon Mitchell, our offensive coordinator, our coach here at Louisville High School. Coach, we appreciate the time. Good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
We now welcome back in Coach Shorter. And, Coach, we play Kosciusko this Friday on the road, just like we did last year. Now, for those people who haven't seen Kosciusko play this year, everyone's used to them running a triple option wing T like last year, and that's kind of changed this year. So how do you prepare for a team that did something completely different last year to now this season?
Well, beginning of the year, I think Kosciusko kind of got out their identity from what they used to doing, and they went to kind of like a spread. And so, going into this game, we're going to prepare for both, because they show a little of the wing T, what they traditionally do, and they're showing spread. So I don't really know what they're going to give us. So we're going to prepare for both. If they want to come out with a spread, we're going to have a game plan for that. And they want to come out with the wing T, and I think that's what they're most successful at when they're in the wing T. So we're going to prepare for that too. So, the Wildcats are going to be prepared. No matter what they give us on Friday night, we're going to be ready to play it, and we're going to have success against it.
We had rainy and wet weather last week. It's going to be cold and chilly on Friday. Do you mind the cold weather?
I love it because, like I said, the month of November, you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
So I've been in it, many times, the month of November in the playoffs. So, you might get a rainstorm. You might get 20-degree weather. You might get 70-degree weather. So you never know. So I want to prepare them for anything. So I'm, anxious to see how they're going to handle the cold weather on Friday. And knowing these Wildcats, they're going to do fine.
We think they're going to do just fine. Put them in all situations and all aspects, and that'll get them ready for the postseason. 7 o'clock kickoff time at Kosciusko. We'll see you there as the Wildcats look to finish off the regular season with a strong victory. For Coach Tyrone Shorter, I'm Robbie Donahoe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Friday on the road with the Wildcats.